So thank you for joining us. To start, I'd like to ask you about the state of cricket in Oman. Are you satisfied with its development?
Oman is one of the countries that has made significant progress over the last few years. If you go back 4 or 5 years, I think Oman would have been done well to say that they were in the top 35 of the member countries, and now they are very much in the top 20 or so. You know, they've got a chance of not only doing well in this particular tournament, which is what we call World Cricket League 3. If they get through to World Cricket League 2, they've got a real chance of making the Cricket World Cup League 2.
And how will the World Cricket League Division 3 help support that development and growth?
So World Cricket League 3 is part of the qualification process for the World Cup. Not the World Cup that's happening in next year in 2019, but in effect the one that will follow in 2023. And so there's a step-by-step process. If you finish in the top 2 of this tournament, as Oman has got a real chance of doing, they then go through to World Cricket League Division 2, which is in April in Namibia next year. And then the top 4 teams from that tournament go into what we call the Cricket World Cup League 2. And there's a direct qualification from that tournament into the global qualifier, into the World Cup. So it sounds a bit a long way off at this point in time, but don't forget that Afghanistan are a great example of a team that went from, I think, World Cricket League Division 6 all the way up and now are participating at the highest level and became a full member of ICC. So the Middle East generally is a target market for us as far as cricket development is concerned. And Oman, UAE in particular, are the strong countries in that region. Saudi Arabia to a less extent, but also they've got the numbers.
Now, coming back to the facilities, are you happy with the cricket facilities here in Oman?
Mm-hmm. Well, again, you talk about progress being made. And a few years back, you would have just seen the brown fields, as they referred to them, the sand outfields and the artificial turf pitches. That was all that was available. Now you've got 2 top-class facilities, grass and turf wickets, a magnificent clubhouse, which I think is... I was just asking, has Mr. Pankaj Kimbi been to Port Elizabeth, which is my hometown, which is one of the oldest test grounds in the world, never mind anywhere. And this clubhouse is so much better than that. So I think Oman is tremendously lucky to have the support of His Majesty and His Royal Highness and the support that they've given Oman cricket in giving them a facility like this, which is not just functional. Mm-hmm. It's got an academy, it's got dressing rooms, but it's also a place where you can come and enjoy watching, and that's what it's all about really. Cricket is not only what happens on the field, it's also off the field as well.
Now, looking ahead, do you plan to host more tournaments in Oman?
Well, ideally, Oman, if anyone's listening, it would be great if you had a 3rd field, which would make it a lot easier to stage the higher ranked development tournaments or qualification tournaments for our major events.
Now, going back to those programs you just mentioned, what is your vision for promoting cricket to the youth of Oman and in the Middle East in general?
Yeah. So we've got, well, first of all, we're in the process of revising our strategy, and it's a strategy for global cricket. And we thought to ourselves, actually, to get governments interested in cricket, we need to have a broader purpose. What can cricket do to better the lives of people? So we've come up with the words: we want to unite, inspire and empower communities through cricket. And this is our purpose. And I know you probably say, well, all sports can do that. But we think cricket is particularly suited to do that because, first of all, it can be played by everybody. You can be male or female, you can be fat or thin, you can be rich or poor. It's not an elite sport. You can be Muslim, Hindu, Christian. It's a game that can be played by everyone. And therefore cricket, we think, is particularly suited to fulfill that purpose. And then once you've got a purpose like that, we want cricket to be enjoyed by the world. So, as I said, Middle East is one of our targeted areas. They're mainly through the South Asian diaspora that lives in countries like Oman, like Saudi. But we hope that the fever will catch on and cricket will become, as I say, a sport enjoyed by the world in the not too distant future.
I'm sure it will. Good luck with that, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.